Welcome back. This is officially episode 19 of Crits&Knits. And who wants to recap where we were last time? DB.
We were wandering the caves, or the tunnels. Forever and ever. And we have a little friend with us that works for the
Master Azurus, the Beholder.
Thank you. My brain was like, you don't know anything right now. Why are you talking? Anyway.
You know lots of things.
And we snuck past Chad and Brad. I don't think that was their names.
Chad and Barry.
Chad and Larry, sorry.
Barry,
fuck.
But that's where you got the B from.
Yeah. Chad and Barry. And we found the second Beholder lair, the old one, because he didn't like living with the dragon at the top of the mountain. So technically we're under the mountain, which, damn, did we get our steps in.
Yeah. Well, you've taken at least one long rest down there.
Yeah. We'll probably need to take another one before we trek back. But boy howdy, was there a lot of dead ends. And we only managed to kill 2 people.
I mean, we can boost our numbers if we need to.
We're probably going to have to, because Chad and Barry are going to probably be shitheads.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Though also really do wish we had named them Chad and Brad.
Just because that would be the funniest thing ever.
The twins. Chad and Brad.
So you have spent a lot of time down here. And you got through the worst of the tunnels with all the dead ends. And it seemed to make sense with what Sola had told you, that the Beholder was trying to come up with his new lair and really sort of making decisions on the fly about what felt good and what didn't. That's why there were some chambers and a lot of paths that just sort of went nowhere. Clearly, it just didn't have the right vibes for him. But once you got past the worst of it, you got into a section that was a little bit more orderly. And you've been going down this, well, up, really. It feels like you're going uphill a little bit for quite some time. And there have been a couple of little branches off to the sides. And Sola was able to point out at least one of them had a little pile of rocks, a very inconspicuous, but just a neatly stacked little pile of rocks down at the very base of the floor at the entrance to this little offshoot. And that was an indication of the way to outside. Unfortunately, Sola and the others had not been down that path in quite some time because, well, Beholder. And, they had a job to do and didn't want their families, etc., to be murdered because they wandered off. So you have continued down, and finally you are coming to this large open space. And Sola, you recognize this. You recognize this room. This is where you have spent the last several, well, weeks at least, since the Beholder took you in. Took you in. That's such a polite way of saying kidnapped you.
Forcibly took you in.
I know where we
Forcibly
are.
took you.
I know where we are.
Yeah?
This is the main chamber. Or one of them.
How many main chambers are there?
Is it really main if there's like a bunch of them?
Centralized?
One of the 2 big ones.
Okay, that does narrow it down. That's excellent.
Okay, yeah, you can, if you look over there, you see that big rock? That tunnel leads to the bedroom, and he would put that rock in front of the bedroom door so we could not escape at night.
Ooh.
Wait, your bedroom door?
All of us. It's very communal.
Yeah, it's sounds like a great person to be trapped by. Yep.
Communal is certainly one word.
Yeah.
So, pretty sure the Beholder is dead.
Well...
So, do you just, want to come hang out with us?
no.
You want to show us your room?
Sure. It's pretty messy, like, I will say that. But not through my fault. I make my bed. Not everybody does.
Okay. As we're walking through this chamber, are there any cool shit that I could pocket?
No, you don't see anything.
Oh.
So you do all follow Sola into this bedchamber. And it's kind of a mess. You notice that there are 2 beds that are made, and the rest are just sort of, they exist.
Can I stay more towards the, door to this room?
Absolutely.
So that no one can close a fucking rock on us?
You can certainly stand there.
No, I want to be closer to the rock.
Right
at the edge.
Right there.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, that works.
So you're watching outside.
Yeah.
Good plan. I approve.
We all wandered in here like a bunch of goobers. Just
You're
trusting this person we found in the tunnel. Yeah, I am.
Trusting people you find in the tunnel, that's a time-honored tradition.
I don't believe so, but...
No. See, you're walking around, and then somebody, just bites it that you're kind of adventuring with, and then sometimes you just have a certain vibe with somebody that you just happen to find in a tunnel, and that could be your lifelong friend right there. You don't even know.
Is that how you met Owen?
Well, not exactly, but I mean, look, the principle applies. Right? Just like, you meet somebody in a tunnel and, it's a real 50-50. Best friends, or they will stab you in the stomach.
Same with harvest festivals. For some reason, it's always harvest festivals specifically.
Well, I've never been stabbed in a tunnel or at a harvest festival.
I've been stabbed in a tunnel? I mean, just like...
Time-honored tradition.
That's a formative experience,
I mean, usually I'm the one who does the stabbing.
I see.
And in fairness, not a lot of people try to slip a knife between the ribs. If you can't find them, it's very hard to do. Tapping the armor.
But not for thee.
That is true. You'd be very harder to stab in the ribs.
So while everyone is chatting amongst themselves, I want to start looking at the beds and the sheets and stuff. And if I feel like I can sneakily remove the thing that I stole from Erasmus's hole a few episodes ago and take a look at it and try to figure out what it is when no one's looking, I'm going to do that as well. Or if I find things in the bed, I'll be doing that too.
So while everyone else is looking at stuff, I would like everyone to roll me a perception. Except for Herder, who needs to roll me a sleight of hand.
9 for Sola.
Okay.
19 plus 1, 20.
Ooh, dirty 20.
20.
15 plus 7 is 22.
Okay.
24.
Rasmus never paying damn attention to anything anyway.
That's true.
All right. So
Look, I always take proficiency in perception if I can.
So what's happening right now is Sola is looking through his trunk. There are 2 trunks in the room. Those are those brown rectangle-ish things. There's not a lot in there. You've got a change of clothes and some hardtack kind of not great food to munch on because, the beholder didn't feed you all that well, but you've got some. So you're basically just sort of rummaging through, gathering your stuff. Erasmus is probably helping.
He is helping in that, that very, I'm too busy talking to help kind of way. Just let me put one hand on one object and then move it from one place to another place.
So yeah, he's helping and doesn't notice. Nelitha and Isolt, you both probably notice that Herder's rummaging around in his pocket, but both of you roll me an insight.
Not as good as my perception, Danny.
I know.
That's an 18.
Okay.
5.
So Nelitha, to you, it looks like he's just being bored and doesn't have anything else to do. Isolt, you see that he's kind of looking at something. And Herder, what you've pulled out of your pocket, you've got two things. There is a shiny but relatively ordinary looking button. It's sort of a brownish orange color. It's got 4 holes in it. It's got sort of a raised edge. It just looks like a button. It feels nice. And the other thing you have is a scroll. And I think Isolde probably notices you unrolling it to look at it. But this scroll is an anatomical chart of a troll.
How correct is it?
You know what? Roll me a medicine check.
I was going to say, would you know?
I have a lot of books. I study a lot.
I don't want to know.
That's a natural 20. 20 plus 6, 26.
You think this looks very accurate. It's remarkably accurate. It's got sort of like the peeled back layers. On one side, it's got like muscles pointed out. On the other side, it shows like the internal organs and the orientation of those. It's a very fancy anatomical chart of a troll. And so you can see that as he's looking at it.
Yeah. I'm gonna like lean and look first, kind of curious. And then when I don't know, can I see what it is from where I am when he unrolls it?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Because you're right next to him.
Okay. I'll shift a little bit closer and look down at it. Where did you get that?
So I haven't been adventuring in a while since I, opened the bar. And when we came down, I went home to change clothes. It was in my pocket. I don't even know how it got there.
I want you to roll me a deception check there, please.
Do I do insight check?
Insight, please. Yes.
I rolled with my real die. I got a 7 plus 7, 14.
Yeah, my insight was a 2 plus 7 is 9.
Okay, so you believe him.
It's always fascinating what sorts of things end up in your pockets. There are things that ended up in my pockets that I never put there. My grandkids would stick things in weird corners.
Yeah, it gets rowdy at the bar sometimes. One of the patrons might have slipped it in. I have no idea.
Well, it's beautifully illustrated.
It is. It will definitely make a nice addition to my library. I wonder why anyone around here would have such a detailed anatomy picture drawings of a troll.
That's a fair question. I wonder, maybe someone was studying trolls for the purposes of the necromancy nonsense that's been going on.
The what?
The what?
What's that? Y'all yelling back there?
They said necromancy.
She said necromancing.
Yes. There's been...
Oh, yeah, that's a thing that we've run into.
Yeah, the necromancer.
Is this back to that light statue that you made show up?
Before that.
I mean, it's like, it's tangentially related, but it ain't like exactly related. But anyway, yeah, the necromancer. Just, just necromancing it up, yep.
Living his best life.
They necromancing trolls?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it's fine. We're dealing with it.
You're dealing with it in my basement?
Well, no, this was a new adventure, but we are still dealing with it.
Wait, does that mean I'm dealing with it now?
You might be.
These things take time
I
to
don't want to
marinate.
deal with it.
Now,
I've got enough going on.
Hold on. We don't drag people along on adventures unless
anymore.
They are
That's
anymore
why
unless they decide to do so.
That's why I said probably. I didn't say definitely yes. Though necromancy usually turns into an everybody problem.
There's the title of the episode.
Yes.
That does check out.
And you are very helpful in a pinch, Herder. So if you want to come and join us, you are welcome to, but you are certainly not required to.
Yeah, I'll stick around for a bit anyway. I'll see what's going on. Yeah. So do you need a troll anatomy scroll? Will that help you with your necromancy?
Now, it's not my necromancy. Just want to make that really clear. It's not my necromancy. It's the necromancy that is happening around us. It's not mine. I hate necromancers.
So you don't need a troll scroll.
No, I didn't say all that. I just wanted to clarify that it's not my necromancy, because, like, you know, if that got around, it's like, oh, it's Erasmus's necromancy. Then people are calling me Erasmus the necromancer, and you know what? Then I gotta start getting back in the head bopping.
Somewhere in a faraway town, Owen's Erasmus's senses are tingling.
Hey, whatever gets Owen back to us.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know if we'll need it like right this moment, but it's a good thing to hold on to.
I'll put it back in my pocket.
Which pocket was that in? That's a pretty good sized scroll.
I got a big like pocket in my vest thing.
Oh, you got a hole too?
It's good, not as fancy as your hole. I'd love to visit your hole again sometime.
Well, you know, I mean, everybody does, you know, but
that's what I've heard.
What is happening?
I'm gonna look out of the tunnel. Do I see any movement in the chamber while this crazy bullshit is happening?
Roll me a perception.
Cool. That should be fine.
Totally fine.
Well, it's a plus 11, so hopefully.
Now, Sola, don't act like you ain't ever want to have a portable hole in your pocket.
Oh, it's a portable hole. Okay, yeah. No, I know what those are.
27.
27. Okay. While all this is going on behind you, you hear like an echoey kind of tiny voice. Hello? Is there someone there?
I'm gonna tell everybody to be quiet. And then I'm going to sneak out and try and follow the voice.
Okay. And you follow the voice. It's coming from down this other long hallway. Mm-hmm. How far are you going to go without your friends?
That's a question with a hook on it.
It's true. Let's see. They're pretty far away. I'm going to go another 15 feet. Unless I see something before then. But I'm going to be sneaky, Danny. Sneaky.
So, I'm going to say that there is light in this chamber ahead of you.
Okay.
And even though it's far away, you can see. Well, maybe you can't see. It's not going to let you zoom out anymore.
Uh-oh, Raggy.
You can see what appears to be a human woman, an old human woman, sitting at a desk with a stack of books beside her and a book open on the desk. And she's looking towards the entrance, but you're far enough back that you don't think she sees you. But you hear again, hello? Is there anyone there?
I'm gonna go back to my friends.
Okay.
Sola, why is there a woman in a chamber surrounded by books?
Oh, that's just Hespera.
Who?
She's Hespera. She's fine.
She's fine.
Yeah, she works on the books for the master.
Cool.
Where does she sleep?
In here.
Is she the other maid bed?
No. She's got a lot going on. I don't blame her for not taking time to make her bed.
What do you mean she has a lot going on? What's happening?
She has to stand there and turn the pages for the master so he can read the books.
Oh, okay. So, like, is she cool?
Yeah, I mean, as cool as anyone down here.
So not
She also has to
cool.
translate stuff.
Oh, all right.
Like I said, she's got a lot going on.
Oh, then we might have found you a girlfriend.
Like books.
Yeah. Shall we all go see her? Because she was calling out from the other room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we send Sola to kind of introduce us?
Sure.
Are you all going to follow Sola?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. Real quick, Erasmus, were you looking around the room at all, or were you just mostly pretending to help?
I mean, Erasmus will be looking around the room, and I mean, pretending's a strong word, you know.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check just to see if you found anything interesting in
A
there.
lot better at that. 17.
You sort of let Sola have his chest and not mess with that. You found the other chest, and it was not locked. There were a couple of pretty smelly shirts, an old pair of shoes with holes in them, and 2 copper, in addition to some hardtack.
All right.
So if you want to take that, you can. And if you don't want to, that's okay too.
Yep. Erasmus will lead up the rear, inexplicably eating a hardtack biscuit.
All right. And as you walk into this room, Herder, your heart just grows 10 sizes.
Yeah, it does. Not just my
Because-
heart.
That's unhealthy.
You made the joke before I could.
So this room it's a big chamber, but as you're looking around, all of the walls of it is tall. It is probably 20 feet tall at least, and taller in the center. But all of the walls have alcoves disintegrated into them. You can tell that it was the beholder's disintegration rate that made these, but they're basically shelves. They're bookshelves. This entire chamber is lined with books.
What the good sweet hell is this going?
We're never getting Herder out of here.
No, probably not.
Just tip. Look, just here's the hole. Just tip over the bookcases in the bag.
They're built into the wall.
No, I mean,
Erasmus, how many books can I fit in your hole? And excuse me, miss, what is with these books? Where did these books come from? I'm talking to
sorry,
the librarian person.
Hi, you are...
So
I like books.
Hey, Hespera, this is Herder. I found him in the tunnels.
Uh-huh.
I like books.
Herder, calm down, man. So much for having our friend introduce us. You just came in screaming.
Books.
I understand, but calm down.
And this woman is looking very concerned.
It's okay. They're, it's okay.
Sola, does the master know that they're here? Because I don't have many fingers left to lose.
Pretty sure the master definitely knows we're here.
So, there's like a 50-50 chance the master's dead.
I feel like it's more than that.
Oh?
And if he's not, he will be short-lying.
That's fair, yeah.
Well, did you not see him in the tunnels on your way back?
No. But
Because he hasn't been here for about 3 days.
the fine folks here, did show me a beholder corpse.
Oh. Did he have one eye that didn't want to open properly? The
It
one
was a
up on
little-
this side, an eye stalk?
Yes.
Yeah, those of you who actually fought him can roll me, we'll call it a history check, to see if your memory, or if you want to do a perception, whichever of those two.
Perception is much happier.
So that's going to be Herder and Isolt and Erasmus can roll.
It's a 15.
Okay.
12.
So Erasmus and Isolt, you do remember that the one eye stalk to his sort of upper left was, his eye didn't want to open all the way properly.
Yes, that eye stalk didn't quite open all of the way, which honestly probably saved us, because he was not at full strength.
Oh, I might be able to, I can't go home. I don't have he destroyed my whole town. But I can leave here.
And
I can leave here.
And you are under a very lovely town that I think would be happy to take in a librarian.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, good, because that's what I did back home before, this. Oh, no one's going to take my fingers there, are they?
No. If they
Fabulous.
try, they'll deal with us.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
No, not good. Not good.
Wait, no, not good?
Not good. If he's dead, I can't. Oh, my goodness.
Why? What?
Well, he took my family. I don't know where they are.
I do.
Oh.
You do? Why didn't you say anything?
Well, because he would have taken more of my fingers, and he would have killed you as you tried to escape, and he would have killed them for fun. And she pulls out, there's a stack of books beside her.
This is just a regular roller coaster of emotions going on here.
She pulls one from near the bottom. He didn't know that I had this. He didn't know that I kept these notes because I'm sneaky like that and I write in multiple languages, and so he didn't know, and when I translated it, I told him bullshit, and so it was fine. But right here, and she opens up the page, and in Halfling, she's actually written it in Halfling, and so holds it up to Sola and says, see, this is where he put your family, and you can go there and you can find them, and they are safe as far as I understand. They are just being watched over by someone else who serves the master. Like, they're not being, like, kept like we have been. They just have someone who's in the town who's, like, ready to take the word and kill them if he needed them killed.
Oh, goodness.
So, this is where they are, right here.
Oh, I feel so much better. But also terrible, but better.
Well, you couldn't have done anything before that, because if you had tried to escape, he would have sent the word, and they would have killed your family, and then it would have been terrible.
We can help you get your family back.
That would be nice.
Oh, lovely. If only you could recover the town that I came from. That's sad.
Well, you can is she old? She an old woman?
Yes, she is.
Listen, we have a beautiful retirement village right upstairs. Lovely people. We could teach you to knit. Possibly.
I'll read your books.
And she looks down at her hands, and you see her looking at her hands, and she is missing the pinky and ring finger on both hands.
You can knit without those.
Can I? Okay, well, if I can knit without those, then I will certainly try.
I'm sure someone can show you how, and we have a portable hole. We can get these books upstairs, maybe start a new library up in the retirement village.
Well, lovely. This stack right here was the next batch that Chad and Barry were supposed to pick up.
No fucking Chad and Barry.
And I have just sent you a list of the titles of those particular books.
Shit.
Stars and Stones.
And I'm going to let you guys look at those and react to those as you are looking through the stack.
Oh, he really wanted to deal with that dragon upstairs that we've already taken care of. The dragon who loved me. Can I
don't know. There's a lot of romance novels here.
Book.
There's a lot of romance novels here, so I feel like the deal with was not the way that we would usually use that term.
Deal with. Wink is what he wanted.
For the benefit of those at home, Dragonbound, the dragon who loved me, the dragon rider, a fire in his blood, her heart of ice, thundering hearts, if my heart had wings.
Yeah, but let's go to the one right above that. What's inside? A guide to identifying dragon eggs before they hatch and eat you.
That's an important life skill.
Wait, does it, Erasmus, don't you have an egg of some sort?
Oh, yeah, it's Owen's.
It's Owen's egg.
I mean,
Owen's the dad? I thought so.
Papa Dragon.
I mean, I'm really just kind of blaming it on him, because I feel like Owen needs more responsibility. Erasmus says, like, ha ha ha.
I feel like Owen has enough responsibility dealing with you.
Owen was the one with the whip, right?
Are you trying to? Are you trying to say
before I did.
that I am a responsibility?
Yes. I think that's exactly what she's saying.
All right, that's fair. I can understand how you may see me as somebody that you need to pay attention to with rapt attention. I get that.
Especially because you have a cursed plate that you could only eat from that and overeat and then get very sick. Last time you had to be swift away was because you shat yourself.
Now, hold on. Everybody shits.
Allegedly.
No, wait. Everybody poops.
Usually not themselves.
We have that book.
I have that book in my library.
Oh, we've got a copy over here too.
I think every library that has a small child near it.
We do have
Or a
several
beholder.
children's books.
Yeah.
Herder, our bookish friend, I would like you to make me just a straight intelligence check. I think that's what I want.
Is that's a D20?
Just a D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
I'm super dumb today. It's a 3 + 1, so that's a 4.
That's a mood.
Oh.
Story of my life.
Too bad I'm dumb. I'm so enamored with the books around me.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I'm thinking not with my brain right now.
So, yeah, you see these books, this particular stack of books, that is very dragon-centric.
Yeah. And it's weird because the other books we saw were like little rodents and stuff. Bats and...
Oh, yes, we finished with the small animals section, and that was being transported first.
Everything else here, we got dragon stuff.
Oh, well, this particular section, and then we've got over there we've got the trolls and the ogres and the gnomes and the humans and the birds, and the rest I haven't quite finished cataloging because he just brought them all in, and I've been trying to put them away, but it's hard. I had to take some time off because my hands, every time he caught me trying to escape, he disintegrated a couple more fingers, so that was a little bit of an adjustment.
When did he bring the books in?
Oh, it's been probably a year ago that he destroyed Norwood and brought me in with all the books.
But the most recent ones, the ones that you said that he had just brought in and you hadn't had time to catalog yet.
Oh, well, a lot of them I haven't had time to catalog because he just brought them all in and dumped them in a pile, and he had the humans put them up on the shelves. And you can see there are some ladders across the whole room where people, the humans and the hobgoblins were putting some of the books away. And you can see a couple of the shelves where instead of being stacked nice straight up and down, they're just sort of crammed in, some sideways, some up and down, some with the spines facing away from you instead of towards you. You can see where, they made a hot mess of it, and I've been trying to get it all back in order. But I'm also, when the master was here, I had to turn the pages for him because his eye stalk's not so great for turning pages. Great for reading them, but not so great for turning. And then I had to translate the ones that weren't in any of the languages he spoke. So I didn't get a lot of chance to reorganize that whole half of the room yet.
Do you know what he was trying to do with all of the books?
Oh, yeah, that's easy. He's convinced that he wanted to be the most intelligent and knowledgeable creature in the world. And so that's what he was doing. He heard about that guy who was up on the mountain doing stuff and was pretty damn smart, and he was not impressed.
Wait, what?
There it is.
What about the guy?
I don't know a whole lot about him other than the beholder would come back raving about the fancy shoes and
damn shoes.
Trying to get more books to make sure that he could read more and know more than the fancy shoe man.
For one time, I have to agree with this beholder. Being better than the fancy shoe man is something to strive for.
I feel anybody who doesn't do necromancy is already better than the fancy shoe man.
I don't know that really is the right metric for the beholder, because, he wasn't doing necromancy, but he was doing mass murders.
What?
So,
No, I'm okay. That is fair. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You had to think about that a minute, though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, everybody has committed something that somebody would construe as a murder, because we've been out.
Oh, not I.
Well, that's a damn lie.
I don't even know you, and I know that's. I don't even know you, and I know that's a lie.
I believe I saved you from a cockatrice.
I know you're my best friend.
Do not let this person extort you for the good praises. If somebody's done a murder, just let them own up to it.
I have no problem with murdering people and people murdering other people. You could be my best friend and a murderer at the same time.
Nah, hold on. Now you can't be an intentional murderer and be somebody's best friend. Maybe an incidental murderer, but what's that? Like manslaughter or whatever.
Aren't you a soldier?
That is murdering for a cause, and you get some.
I feel like the people that you fought against would think differently.
You would. That's why I started this whole conversation by saying all of us have done a thing that may be construed as murder to somebody else. I'm just saying that my murder was incidental to my job description. It was within the scope of my work.
If you want to go with that, then every murder I've done has also been in my job description.
Yeah, one of us may have a very different job than the other person.
I don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what I used to do.
I don't. You're right. I don't know, and it hasn't come up, and that is suspicious.
Why is that suspicious? What I used to do hasn't really come up either.
Oh, what you do is all over your armor. Come on now. Come on. Every time your sword light up, blang blang.
Paladin isn't always job description. That's just sort of how you get the job done.
Ain't it though? Ain't it though?
While everyone's talking about job descriptions, I try to put a book in my pocket.
How fucking big are your pockets?
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Oh, great!
Oh God, we've got a bard who should have been a rogue.
5.
Yeah, she rolled an 8. She noticed. I'm sorry. Are you putting a book in your pants?
We're going to take... I'm really happy to see all of the books here, and we're going to be taking them out, and I'm just kind of getting a head start on
why
don't we, would you like to look at some of the books? Come over here and see some of
he is
these.
putting a book in his pants, because these books belong to a dead beholder. I take a book and I put a book in his pants.
You put a book in his pants?
Yeah, like, why? Yes, he is putting a book in his pants. Huh. There we go.
I mean, you might as well make some makeshift leg splint armor out of books at this point.
I suppose technically the books were mine before they were the beholders, but okay, yeah, you can have a book.
Steal
That's fine.
books.
Oh, you should put a book in your pants too. They're your books. All right.
You know what? I think I will. And she shoves a book in her
There
pants.
you go.
I love her.
I did too.
I just imagine Chad and Barry walk back into people just shoving books in their pants.
So, you had some books you wanted to show me?
Right, yeah, come take a look. I have almost the complete collection of what was it? These ones right over here, she says, trying to pull up her document.
Yeah.
I have the whole series of getting the most out of a corpse.
Man, these are some bad books.
We've got the whole collection. We've got the kobolds and the goblin kind and the humans and the birds.
I just want to ask,
the horses.
Do you want to be associated with these books?
They're collector's items.
Oh my goodness.
This is true. I've been looking for a few of these to fill out my library for a while. They are hard to find.
Do you speak multiple languages?
Not a whole lot.
Have you read any of the What's That Sound primers?
What the fuck?
I don't know that I have.
Oh, you should read some of the What's That Sound books.
Tell me about the What's That Sound.
Well, we've got the What's That Sound, a Gnomish primer, and What's That Sound, an Abyssal primer. It's basically a language translating book, but it sounds things out based in common.
They're enchanted. If you push like a part of the page, it makes a noise.
It does. They're fabulous.
It's hooked on phonics.
Why does this one have this long string on it?
Oh, don't pull that!
Oh God.
Don't ever pull the strings.
Why?
Well, because some of them are the binding that'll make all the pages fall out.
Yeah, that's important.
No, I'm talking about this one with the tab on it, like you can pull it and it does stuff.
Oh yeah, pull it and it makes a noise.
Oh no, I ain't messing with that.
That's probably the best.
I thought it was a pop-up.
Oh, we've got some of those over.
Yeah, I got some of those.
They're up at the top.
What a convenient place for every person who uses a pop-up book.
Well, I mean, I haven't had many children into this particular library, so it went on the top because the beholder wasn't super interested in the information about cow says moo.
Do you have any?
That.
Do you have any music books?
Music books. I do. I haven't run across them yet, so they're probably in that section over there.
That's
but,
I mean, beholders hate their children anyway, so, I mean, there's that.
What?
I mean, if you're willing to help me move the library, and if we can get me set up in your town, you can come see any of my books anytime.
You know, beholders hate their children?
We could get you back to town right away.
Yes.
Oh, that would be lovely.
And
I
then
hit my necklace.
Yes, where are you?
Hello.
under the town,
Yes, hello.
as it happens.
Actually, under the mountain. Anyway.
Okay.
This fine lady has been a captor of a beholder. She's missing 4 fingers. Is there any way you could help her?
I don't
She can only do finger guns.
You're the worst, and I'm so proud of you, E.
That was fantastic.
It's been an interesting mood tonight.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's in a weird mood. I'm not even in the top 5.
Nope.
I don't believe that I have anything that will regrow fingers, but, I mean, you look a little malnourished. We can get some good food into you. We can make sure you're not sick from being down here in this rather damp area. Yeah, I'll take her back if you'd like.
Thank
Yes,
you.
please.
Could you also ask, are there any homes open in town?
Oh, there are several.
Okay, good. She'll probably need
Oh,
one
is she
of
going to
those.
be a resident? Are you going to be a
Yes.
resident? Oh, well, I hope so. They'd offered me a place and
Oh, yeah.
perhaps a library.
Make Danny talk to herself.
She has nowhere else to go.
Oh,
And
well,
it seems right.
are all of these books yours? Well, technically they were before the beholder stole them. Fuck you guys. Right, well, we'll have a talk with Miss Agnatha, but I think that if you were willing to donate these books to be part of the library for the town, she'd be willing to forego the usual fees. Find you a good home.
And if not, we'll help cover the fees.
Yeah, I'll just get.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, I'll just get some gold from a hole. It'll be fine.
Not all of these books are hers.
Oh, no, a couple of them can be yours if you'd like.
This fella needs a home too.
I need my family back.
We're gonna work on that.
Well, I do have, here, take the book, and she gives you the book that has all of the details in it. This will help you get your family back. And,
Okay, Miss Elf Lady, can you just appear anywhere? Can you take me to here? I want to go to there.
I cannot, but if the rest of you, there are too many of you for me to come back and forth, and it would take all of your power for the day. But if you'll come back to town, we can certainly put you up for an evening or two, get you settled, obtain some horses, get the traveling arrangements made, and we can get you to there.
Okay.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else. No? All right. And she disappears with the old human lady, leaving you all alone in the room full of books.
Yeah, start putting a lot of those books in your hole, buddy.
Well, so here's the thing. Also, what we do is we mark this room and go back through the tunnels, and we can be able to come back and forth as well.
So I just want to make sure like we're not inviting the necromancer home because like she was really excited about all the weird books. Just
I look at Erasmus, and then I look at Herder, and then I look back at Erasmus.
I don't see a problem.
I'm going to say this very clearly and once. Book people are weird.
It's true. Much like big cat people.
It's not very nice to talk about Tabaxi like that.
Not that kind of big cat.
no, yeah, Tabaxi ain't just some kind of cat, right?
I didn't say, I was talking more like people.
I mean, the master was terrible, but we did not abide racism in this facility.
No, oh my god.
Wow.
Well,
No one had to sign a thing.
I think we broke Danny.
That is not what I meant at all. I meant, like, wild animals that are the four-legged cats, not tabaxi.
Oh, are you one of those people who tries to bring home a displacer beast and make it your friend?
I am not.
Because, like,
but there are people out there that do.
I have had enough of that nonsense. One time we were walking around and somebody found a baby displacer beast and named it Baby, and then we had to take care of it. And you know, displacer beasts are kind of like low key intelligent, right? So like it was just around. Just, you know,
Herder kind of snuggles up to us. So, does he talk like this all the time?
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
he does.
I'm going to read the book.
Kind of nod and like,
Anyway,
I want to hear about this displacer beast.
we'll have a different part of the podcast where Ernest just goes on his long stories.
That's all I want from life.
that's the spinoff podcast. We have story time with Silas, and then we have story time with Erasmus.
it's just gonna be me doing a Shaggy Dog story for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Anyway.
Right. Well, maybe we work on getting the books into Erasmus's portable hole and get out of here, since it seems like the primary problem is no more.
Yes.
Talk to the people on the way out and be like, hey, your
You're
master's
free.
dead. You've got a couple choices. None of them involve staying down here.
Or, I mean, one of them might involve staying down here forever.
Nope, we are
As-
not
as-
having people.
As a
fair.
corpse, yeah.
I'd prefer to avoid that option.
I'm just saying they have a choice.
I'm just gonna start throwing books at people.
I'm catching them.
Stop.
Open the hole so I can throw them in. They'll be less damaged that way.
I go into my back pocket. I bring out the hole. I unfold it. I put it on the ground.
And we start lugging armfuls of books to...
You want me to jump down in the hole and start arranging the books
No!
off the side or anything?
Now be careful because there's a limited air supply in there. So I mean, just
Well, just don't close the hole on me.
yeah.
As long as it's open, I would imagine...
I mean, I
imagine air gets through.
I want to kind of just so it doesn't all just pile up right there. You know,
Just gonna.
As soon as it goes in his pocket, won't it get all, like, shaken up?
I don't think
Shake
that's
it
how
up,
it works. Go in his hole, and I want to make sure it doesn't get shaken up.
It's like having a little Domovoy organizer in my hole.
Anyway, just loading books.
Yeah, just carrying armfuls of books to the hole and dropping them in. What happens after that is not my problem.
So it's going to take you a while because this room is full of books. Like, it's a full-on library's worth of books.
God.
You can probably get about a quarter of them into the hole because, don't forget, it's still full of other stuff.
Sure.
So you can get about a quarter of the books into the hole.
Can I at least take one of the books that was in the pile?
Certainly. I mean, she did shove one in your pants, didn't she?
She
No,
did shove one in
her own
my
sorry.
pants.
That's right.
There was no non-consensual pants shoving
She
here.
would have lost
No,
another finger
all
if she
consensual.
was shoving books in my pants.
It's just
Okay.
her and Hespera who have books in their pants.
I actually want to take two.
Okay.
I want to take The Dragon Who Loved Me and My Heart Had Wings.
All right.
Something else you've learned about Nolitha. She loves them smutty romances.
I
Love
have-
a
I
bodice
ha-
ripper.
I have a couple to recommend.
Roll me a perception.
Oh no, okay. I don't know why I keep saying oh no. That's a great roll for
That,
me.
I mean, you're gonna get it, no problem, I'm
Do
sure.
you have bad rolls?
Sometimes I did roll a 2 earlier. But that was a 29.
You found a series on the shelf. It is The Lady and the Orc.
Mm.
The longer
Princess
version
and
of
the Orc.
Tusk Love.
I was waiting for the tusk glove in, but you beat me to it.
And The Governess and the Orc.
I'm just gonna take those books and put them in my bag of holding
All right.
romance novels.
I just point at like a series on the shelf. Like, see, the problem with this series was that things got real weird where the dragons were like were like from another planet. And
Erasmus.
What?
Sweet summer child.
What?
One, that's not weird. I mean,
No. See,
Oh, yeah.
what's the weird part?
no, it was like there were people, and like it turned out that all the people who had to deal with the dragons were like actually from like a lost like village somewhere, and the dragons actually were from like another planet, and there all the dragons could talk to each other and had all these weird things. It was nonsense.
Do they
I'm trying to figure out which series this really is.
What was that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which series you're basing this on in real life.
I Ernest talking about the Dragon Riders of Pern because eventually
That's what I thought.
because eventually
With Redfall.
eventually you find out that it's like a actual like lost colony situation.
Mm-hmm.
And all the dragons are aliens, and the planet they live on are all the humans are actually from this like this advanced civilization, and they just lost everything like years ago in like some kind of colony ship mishap.
Yep.
I only really
love
read the
it.
Harper Hall trilogy, but
I read all of them.
I believe that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I've read every Dragon Riders of Pern book.
I've read most Tamara Pierce books.
I also remember the terrible tie-in cartoon in the 90s that also had a tie-in with Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders, which was the exact same toy. It was bullshit.
I highly recommend the
All right.
Temeraire series.
Oh, yes,
I
those are
have
good.
the first one.
Anyway,
And back to
Nah.
fantasy books. Not real life fantasy, but fantasy in our game. So you do manage to load up about a quarter of the library, and it's getting late. You are all getting pretty tired. This is, I think, your third day down
Sounds
here.
about right.
If you want, there is a room full of beds.
Nope.
Absolutely not. I feel like we should just leave so we can go back to our own homes. I have a girlfriend I haven't seen in a hot minute.
A hot
3
a
days.
hot
So
minute.
if you if you go back through the tunnels, it's probably going to take you at least a full day.
Oh, God.
So it's not like an hour to get back through the tunnels. Well, because a lot of the marks were rubbed off.
There's
and-
Chad Berry.
You're gonna run into Chad and Barry, probably.
I mean,
There's still 2 more hobgoblins
I
somewhere.
have no
in
problems grabbing a couple of these books and hitting one of these beds.
All right.
I mean, I'll tuck into a bed. I also seek.
So, okay, hold on. Before we tuck into beds, people are going to come back to go sleep in these beds.
So we're going to take watches.
Fine, let me meditate for 4 hours and then I'll be up for the rest of the night.
Yes,
I'll take a first watch.
All right.
I'll take a second watch. That's
Okay.
fine. Erasmus, also for Ernest's personal catharsis, burns anything that looks like the Xanth series.
Okay. So for first watch, Isolde, go ahead and roll me perception.
Ooh, that is a nat 20 for a 27.
All right. At some point, you hear the vague echoes of sounds, but they are so far away that you're not particularly concerned. You're just aware of them, but certainly not anything to be concerned about.
No, I'll pass that along to the next watch.
Erasmus, go ahead and roll me
All
perception for your watch.
13.
You don't notice anything. It seems pretty quiet. Nelitha, go ahead and roll me perception for your third and fourth watch, since you'll be up for
I need to roll
those.
both.
Yes, please.
Okay. So first watch was a 28. Second watch was a 27.
Okay. About halfway through your watch, you hear the familiar bro voices coming down the hall.
I'm gonna do a little bit of hiding.
Okay. They are oblivious. Completely oblivious. But a few moments later, you see Chad and Barry coming through the chamber, shoving at each other, laughing, and roll me one more perception.
Okay. 17.
They look kind of drunk.
How far away?
No, bro. I didn't do it. You totally did it.
They're just on the other side of the rock now.
I'm gonna just take one of those rocks and throw it into the room to get somebody's attention.
Okay, the four of you who are sleeping, roll me perception checks. If you roll over a 10, you heard the rock.
1.
Sola didn't hear anything.
Sola sleepy.
Sola tired. Okay,
8.
Isolt heard it.
12. Yeah.
Herder did not hear it. Erasmus heard it. So Erasmus and Isolt, wake up.
Just like immediately sit up, already grabbing for my sword.
I'm sure they're not quiet, so you'll be able to hear the voices.
Yeah, you definitely hear,
No, it was totally you that time, bud. It was not me. I did not do it. That was not my fault. You're the one who peed in the cup that they thought was beer later.
Ew.
You know, we could just kill them for that alone.
I literally was thinking about not waking you guys up and just coming up behind both of them and stabbing them in the necks. But I thought maybe I would be a good person.
You know, no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah.
Isolt will get up, sword in hand, and come over to Nelitha quietly, because she's not in her full armor.
that's handy.
Isn't it? I do take a second to grab my shield, but I do not currently have my armor on.
Okay. Erasmus, are you joining them?
Yeah, I join them. Just like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, Chad and Barry. I have to think before I say Brad.
Chad and Brad. Chad and Brad.
Yeah. They have returned. Apparently they pissed in somebody's beer.
No, dude, that was totally you, wasn't it? 'Cause, oh man, that was so long ago. I miss being able to piss in beer. That was fun. You only did it once. And see, I told you it was you, not me.
Isolt's gonna look at Nelitha.
Shall I take them out?
Stupid isn't a killable offense yet.
Oh. Should we go meet them?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I'll step out of the shadows suddenly.
Oh, dude!
Hello.
Hey! You're the dude. Oh, who are you? Oh, you new recruit? We can haze her.
Absolutely not. I would love to see you try, though. Anyway, your master's dead.
What?
Yes.
The guy with all the eyeballs? He's gone?
Yes.
Oh, cool! Oh, wait, does that mean we can go?
Yes.
Oh, sweet! Out of here!
And they just turn around and start stumbling away.
Are you sure you want to wander the tunnels? You know what? Never mind. Let them be dumb on their own.
They'll collapse into a corner somewhere, sleep it off, and then maybe think it was a dream. Maybe they'll stay down here forever.
Or they will die down here, but honestly, I think that's the best way to cure stupid.
Take it out of the
If you
gene
two want to
pool.
go back to sleep.
If you're alright, I'm going to go back to sleep.
Yeah, I guess I'm going back to sleep. I still think it's bullshit. You only need 4 hours of sleep. This is nonsense.
What?
What?
Elves are very fortunate in some ways and very unfortunate in other ways.
Like what?
Good night.
Pick one.
Having to live forever. For a very long time.
Good night, Erasmus.
Mm-hmm.
So you go back to sleep, and the rest of the evening passes uneventfully. You are able to head out of the caverns. It takes a while. It takes the majority of the day to get back to the basement of the Stout
Did we find
Singer.
the bros on our way through?
Are they dead?
You don't see any sign of them.
Do you tell the sleeping people about what happened?
No.
Nah.
Okay. So you get back to the basement of the Stout Singer. You're able to climb back up to the bar. It is nighttime.
Oh, fuck.
It is late.
This is the thing that I hate about being underground. You lose all sense of time, usually space. It's nothing exists except cramped, confined quarters.
Does it look a little on fire?
It looks... It is not on fire. It is actually late enough that the patrons have all left. It does help that you're in a retirement community and most of the folks tend to go to bed by 8 or 9 o'clock anyway, but there are always a few that tend to stay up a bit later. But you do see Shayla sitting at one of the tables, her head on her arms, sleeping peacefully until she hears the commotion of you guys coming
clank.
in. Clank, 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 exactly. Oh, you're back. Good. I didn't catch your name, little halfling fellow,
Sola.
but I do have Sola. Lovely to meet you, Sola. I'm Shayla. We do have a house prepared for you where you can stay for a few nights, rest and recover as we get the travel prepared. That was part of the recovery process. Thank you so much for using your outside voice, Nelda.
Wow, getting scolded by an elf kid. What the hell?
But it is late, so if the rest of you would like to head on home, we do have most of the repairs complete at the Golden Frog, so you are welcome to join us for breakfast tomorrow morning. Even you, Herder, we are thankful for your contribution to the town's library and whatever else it was you were doing down there, so you're welcome to join us for breakfast at the Golden Frog. I'm sure cinnamon rolls can be arranged, can't they, Nellica?
I don't make the cinnamon rolls. I bring the breakfast meats.
Oh, that's right. You do the meats. Yes.
That's the bartender.
I'm sure we
honey.
can...
This is your character
Yes, that's
who
right,
makes
that's
the
right,
cinnamon rolls.
Look, it's getting late over here. Daddy is sleepy. Yes, we can arrange the cinnamon rolls, certainly. All right. So you all head off to your respective homes. Yes. And she looks at it. And she closes her eyes and you see her hand glow with a little bit of magic. This is interesting. It's called a panic button. Well, because if you swallow it, there is an instant effect that could be useful in the case of something causing you to panic. It does some teleportation. It gives you some hit points. Interesting. And it has 3 uses, but it has to be recovered after being processed. And for mechanical purposes, this panic button, you roll a 1d4 to determine what it does when you swallow it. Options include you and all of your allies in a 100-foot radius being teleported to a location of your choosing 500 feet away. You gain 100 temporary hit points, which expire at the end of your next turn. So they're only around for 1 turn, but if there's a dragon about to eat you,
you can be devoured and claw your way out from the inside.
You become invulnerable to all damage and magical effects until the end of your next turn. Or you and all of your allies are transported to the ethereal plane until the end of your next turn.
Oh, so these are random shit that can happen.
It's a 1d4 to roll for one of those.
Okay. I was like, this is really OP if it does all of that shit.
No, just one of them. And it is instantaneous when you swallow the button. And it takes 24 hours for the button to pass through your body and come out the other end, at which point it can be recovered. And it can only be used 3 times total.
Oh, fuck. It makes sense because your stomach acid and all that shit.
Yep. So after 3 uses, you have you have a normal but partially digested button.
I don't know if I'd want to put it in my mouth again. Like,
I mean, if you sterilize it well enough,
that's what prestidigitation is for.
No.
That's why it's called
a lot of boiling
panic
water.
That's the thing. Is I think it would take so much, like for me personally. Oh.
I mean...
Yep.
Yeah.
The first time, anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that.
The whole tavern shows up in the ethereal plane.
Oh, goodness. If you have a breakfast stout of some sort, that would be appropriate. All right. Well, we will see you in the morning then. So you all take a nice long rest at home. So you do all have the advantages of a long rest. And you level up.
Yes.
So when we come back, you will all be level 11.
12.
12. That's right, you're 11.
Oh, baby. Baby boy.
Man, Owen better kick some serious pixie ass on his adventure then. So he's caught
Oh,
up.
I have plans for Owen.
Oh.
Owen will definitely be caught up by the time he's done.
Oh,
So that is going to be it for the evening. I think that was a good
it was fun.
little bit of stuff happening. Some of it went off on tangents that I should have
I
anticipated.
was going to say, are you shocked? Like, genuinely.
I am not.
Are you surprised?
I am not. No. Exactly. So thank you all for joining us for episode 19 of Crits and Knits. Probably called something like Necromancy usually turns into an everybody problem. But we'll see what it ends up being.
Yes.
Am I wrong? No.
Nope.
No. And we will be back in 2 weeks for a Just Needing episode. And then 2 weeks after that for episode 20, where everyone will be up a level. We've got level 12s and level 8. So that should be much fun. So until then, happy knitting. Bye.
Bye.
Hespera, this is Herder. I found him in the tunnels.
Here's what I found.
No, I haven't told you what you found yet.
It's Herder.
Why is it not letting me grab you?
Consent.
A Majestic Goose podcast.
Honk.